Dear students, now we have come to the session 4 of BBA 5th semester subject Computer Application in Business affiliated to Bangalore North University. In this first chapter, Introduction to Information System, in the today's session we will be discussing about the classification of information. Let us recap of the previous class. The discussion about meaning of data and information, the difference between these two components, and importance of information. The learning objective of this chapter is to provide an understanding of the business information system. In the current session, the session outcome would be the students will be able to classify the information based on different criterias, based on different sources. And here the classification of information. Now let us discuss the main topic of today's session, classification of information. So in the previous class we discussed the meaning of information. Now let us go on to the classification or types of information which is available based on many criteria, that is based on sources, based on nature, based on level, based on application, and based on structure, type, time, form, and the flow of information, and so on. The first criteria, based on the sources. So based on the available source of information, the information can be classified as 4 types, that is internal information, external information, primary information, secondary information. Here you should be able to understand what is the source. Based on source means the source of information, the path or the through which the information is gathered is called source of information. Based on such source, we can classify the information into internal, external, primary, and secondary. The first one is internal information. Internal information is one type of information which is gathered from within the company or within an organization, and it is possibly be an example would be the data processing, or within the company, whatever the employee details, employee database, or salary details of the employees. So this is the internal information. External information means this information which is gathered from the external agencies, external source, or external source of information, or external agencies which is required for the organization. Say for example, suppliers detail, the raw material whatever we require, that is sent from a vendor or supplier. So supplier would be giving some information about maybe quality of the input or whatever it is. So external information is gathered through the source called external source or external agencies of an organization. Third one, primary information. Primary information is nothing but the information source is of original, or for the first time the information through some data collection, after processing, the information is available for the first time. So primary information is from the original source, the original available from the original data. So it's a primary source of information. Secondary source of information is the already published data, or which has been available, which has been processed and which is available in some form, maybe from department, or from the reports, or from external department. So secondary data has been basically an output of some other company or from other departments, which is already processed data. Next is based on the nature. Based on the nature of information, the information can be classified into quantitative, qualitative, formal, informal information. Quantitative information. So here quantitative means what? The information such as number, statistics, score, etc., which is available in a quantitative or in a numbers or statistical data, or those statistical data which is processed, and the information which is available in the form of number or quantity value. It's called the quantitative information. Qualitative. Qualitative information is nothing but those information which is gathered through some, say for example, through some personal interview, direct, uh, direct interaction with a customer, observation, case study. So with all these different sources, the information which is collected is of qualitative in nature. So this qualitative information which is used for understanding the perception of customers about customer satisfaction level, the um, quality aspects, etc. Next is formal information. Formal information refers to the information which is represented in a structured format, in a formal and or in an official way. So in an official way, in a structured manner or in a format, the information which is arranged is called formal information. Informal information is an opposite of formal information, where uh, which is not in a structured format, and it is roughly verified and checked, and there is no accuracy, reliability on this informal information. So it's just a grapevine, what do you say, that in an organization some rumors or a kind of information which is passing from mouth to mouth. It's an informal way of information which is available in the business. So next in level, that is based on the level. What level? Here in a business entity there are different level of as per the hierarchy of the business, that is top level management, middle level management, and lower level employees, that is strategic, tactical, and operational. What is strategic information? So this is about the higher level of management, where which is mostly to the organization as a whole, and for its environment. Such information is about the new technology, new product available, new features adopted, and new diversification of the business, etc. Next, tactical information. Tactical information is required for a short-term planning by the middle level manager. Say for example, sales analysis, forecasting, projection of cash flow, all these are the middle level management related decision, and for this decision this tactical information is very much useful. Next is operational. Operational information is nothing but those information which is related to the very short period of time, say for few hours or few weeks or few months. It may be about the current stock level, inventory management. So even the uh, outstanding orders from the customers, current outstanding orders, or work schedule for this next shift. So all these are the different information which is related to a very short period of time, which is called operational information. Next, we'll move on to the classification of information based on application or use. The first one is planning information, control information, knowledge information. Planning information means here the specific rules, standards, specification, terms and condition that needs to be adhered to while planning any activity. So hence such information is called planning information. Example, operational standards, design standard, quality parameters or quality standards, which is an example for planning about a particular production in the industry or in the company. So next is control information. Control information is related to those information which is used to put in place a feedback mechanism, which is called control mechanism or control information. Such information is used to compare the actual with the predetermined standards. So there is something called standard specification and the uh, actual progress of the production, which will show the deviation or the variation between these two, standard and actual, will help us to make some corrective actions. The management will be able to take some corrective actions if there is any deviation. So such information is called control information. Knowledge information. Knowledge information here, the through it is collected through the library reports, research studies, and so on. Next, we have based on the structure. Structure here, detailed information. Detailed information means which consists of specific details about a particular object, person, place, or company, or any particular issue. Say sales report or a sales information, particular 1 month sales or one area related sales. It's very particular, detailed information of that particular area. Sales report or the information available in the sales report tells that detail. So like that, detailed information. Next is summarized information. Summarized information comprises of all uh, the total information. It's an outline of the total information. Example, sales report or the information available about all the areas of Bangalore, that is summarized one. So next is sampled information. Sampled information is a type of information which is available and obtained by examining a certain set of items which is randomly picked or which is randomly selected. So say for example, the customers who are visiting in the showroom, you are randomly picking some customers and collecting some information from them. That is called a sampled information. Next is aggregate information. Aggregate information comprises every single bit of the information about all the entities in a group. So next aspect is last one, based on the frequency. Based on the frequency, real time and periodical. Real time is nothing but those information which is based on the current data, and the examples would be the real stock market data or the information available in the live, which is available live. It's called real time information. Periodic information is about it's often about the annual report or quarterly, weekly, or monthly report. Periodically, the information which is available is called periodic information. So this is about the classification of information. And next is based on their form. The based on form, written information which is written in and kept it in a document, hard copy of the information. Visual information is the presentation of, say for example, presentation of the sales trend in the form of chart, line graph, bar graph, diagram, etc. And oral information, which is this means listening to a senior person in an organization when he is presenting the information which is available is called oral information. Sensory information is nothing but when a new product is launched, the people in the organization wants to see it, touch it, feel it, taste it, etc. So this is called the sensory information which is available after launch of a product and using the sensory, which is nothing but sensory information. Next, based on the flow of information. Based on the flow of information, vertical, horizontal. Vertical means from up to down or down to up. Vertical line in the form of from the top level management to the lower level, middle level, lower level, or from the executive level to higher level. So whatever the information is flowing is called the from this top to down to top is called vertical information. Horizontal information means those information which are available at the same level of employment, that is the executives in a particular level. Next is last one, other classification: action, non-action, recurring, non-recurring information. Action refers to those information that includes some action, while information that say that doesn't include any action. So action information refers to which induces some action, while non-action information refers to which does not induce any kind of actions. Recurring and non-recurring. Recurring means which is happening on a regular basis. Say monthly report of sales is a recurring information. Non-recurring information means those market research study conducted by the company uh, uh, which may not have be on a periodically. It's a non-recurring information. So with this, I would like to wind up the discussion on classification of information. Now the MCQ questions are there. So please go through these questions. So thank you.